Hello, I'm Ann Simpson.
And I'm Justin Atkinson. Thanks for joining us. Well, Election Day is next week. Polls will open at 7 a.m. in South Washington County and remain open until 8 p.m. You can go to pollfinder.sos.state.mn.us to confirm your voting location. Results of the St. Paul Park City Council and District 833 school board races will be posted live on SWCTC Cable Channel 18 starting after 8 p.m.
Veterans Day is Saturday, November 11th. Several services are planned in the area, including a ceremony at Park High School. At 11 a.m. on November 10th, the public and local veterans are welcome to attend a ceremony in the main gym.
The Woodbury Lions Veterans Memorial Council will host a Veterans Day service on November 11th at 11 a.m. The event will take place at the Veterans Memorial located by City Hall. This year's theme is education and celebration and will feature stories from 5 veterans from the Civil War through the present. All are welcome to attend.
In 2016, the City of Cottage Grove started a future visioning project called My Future Cottage Grove.
The city reached out to residents about what they would like the future of their community to be.
The results were revealed at a celebration held recently at the historic Ferber Farm.
It is very fitting that we are inside this historical barn as we gather together to share the future vision of Cottage Grove.
So communities that are successful are communities that plan for their future and decide what road they want to be on and plan to get there. That is why My Future Cottage Grove is so important. What we've learned from the results and the recommendation are what we're going to use to build that roadmap.
These recommendations were a combination of 2 things. One is your wishes for the future. But then what we also did is we looked at trends and we said, what are the things that we know this community is going to have to deal with in the future? These things are coming, ready or not. And so some of these recommendations, you're going to see whispers of the future. If there's something you're going to help with, let's see it! Get those yeses, Justin. My Future Cottage Grove starts tonight.
To watch the full video of Rebecca Ryan's My Future Cottage Grove presentation, you can visit swctc.org and click on the Watch Programming tab and then select Cottage Grove videos.
The City of Cottage Grove announced their annual Winter Lights and Decoration Contest. Entries will be judged on holiday spirit, overall appearance, theme, and use of LED lights. Qualifying nominees must be located in Cottage Grove with displays visible from the street. You have until November 27th to nominate your own home or someone else's.
Due to continued growth and increasing call volumes, the City of Woodbury is adding 2 full-time paramedics. Interested applicants can find a full job description along with requirements on the City of Woodbury's website. Interviews will be held at the end of November.
Newport citizens who are 65 years of age and older are eligible for a discount on their quarterly utility bill. Individuals can sign up for the discount at City Hall by filling out an application and showing an ID. If you've already signed up for this discount, you will need to stop by City Hall to renew it by the end of November.
On November 8th, Washington County residents and businesses can bring up to 6 boxes of sensitive material they would like shredded for free. CD and other media will also be accepted for off-site destruction. Stop by between 8 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. at the Environmental Center, which is located off of Cottage Grove Drive in Woodbury.
Buckthorn has been a nuisance in several parks in South Washington County.
That's why each year volunteers show up at Newport's Bailey School Forest to remove this invasive species.
Each fall, when you look at trees and plants, do you ever wonder why some plants have become dormant and why some have stayed green? For the most part, what you see green could be buckthorn.
Buckthorn is an invasive species. It's not a native species. It's actually from Europe. And it came over here to be used in hedges, and it's a great hedge plant, but it produces a whole lot of seeds. It can rapidly come into a forest, and because of the way it grows and because it has no natural enemies, it crowds out all of the native plants.
Newport's Bailey School Forest is full of buckthorn, and that is why each fall volunteers come out to pull this harmful plant.
One of the things it does is that it actually produces a chemical from the roots that inhibits the growth of other plants. So it shades out plants, it inhibits their growth with this chemical, and then it's got really dense, thick roots, so basically nothing else can come in.
The female buckthorn plant has black berries that fall to the ground, which can cause buckthorn to reappear. So that's why many come back to remove this plant each year.
once you get to know it, you just kind of never forget what it looks like. Kind of round, ovally shaped leaves with really, really small teeth along the edge.
The best way to get rid of buckthorn is by pulling it from the ground, which many volunteers this day did by using shovels and hand pullers.
Even though you cut out all the big buckthorns, you have to come back the next year and pull up all the small seedlings. So it's a multi-year process. You have to kind of keep coming back, but we're making progress, and that I think is the important part. We didn't see any small little oak seedlings in the first few years because the buckthorn was so dense. They didn't have a chance to grow, and now we're beginning to see them. So we know we're making a difference.
The City of Newport has been holding a removal day for the last 10 years.
Contact the city next fall if you would like to help.
Now, the winter parking ban is now in effect. In most cities, no on-street parking is allowed between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. or any time 2 or more inches of snow has accumulated. The ban runs until April, and anyone violating the parking ban may receive a fine.
You can now check out video games at the Washington County Library. The library has over 100 games compatible with PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, and Wii U. Library card holders can reserve video games online at washcolib.org or browse titles on the shelves. There's a 3-game limit for checkout, and video games may be borrowed for 1 week.
The City of Cottage Grove will be holding a coffee, code, and croissants discussion on November 15th from 8 a.m. until 9:30 a.m. at City Hall. The city will share with businesses the reasons for code enforcement and how concerns can be resolved. Businesses can also ask questions about city code and how to protect themselves.
There will be a family-style turkey dinner served at the River Oaks Event Center on November 17th. The menu will include carved turkey, pumpkin pie, and all the trimmings to help raise money for the Friends in Need food shelf. The cost is $19.99 per person, or you can get a table for 8 plus 2 bottles of wine for $160.
Open enrollment for health insurance has begun. Residents in Washington County searching for health care options can now sign up with MNsure. The website provides citizens with buying options and compares premium prices and coverage. Open enrollment through MNsure is available until January 14th. Residents that fail to sign up for health coverage can face up to a $900 fine during tax season. Now here's a quick look at some upcoming meetings you might want to attend. And with that, we wrap up another edition of Weekly Wire.
If you missed an episode or would like to watch this one again, go online to SWCTC.org. Click on the Watch Programming button found on the lower portion of the homepage, then select Weekly Wire.
And of course, you can always stay up to date with us on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Justin, before we go, we just wanted to address one really serious piece of news that came out this week. It is the emoji battle over cheeseburgers.
Really? So what exactly is an emoji battle with cheeseburgers?
So the Apple emoji cheeseburger has the cheese on the top, so above the burger.
Okay.
And the Google emoji has the cheese below.
Really?
So it's under the burger. So there's a big social media outrage over should the cheese on a cheeseburger be on top or the bottom?
That's a really good question. I'm not even sure where I stand on it because I'm trying to think what's the value of it being on top versus the bottom. Does it make the burger taste different? Does it add some sort of extra flavor?
It's definitely something that requires a lot of discussion. For me personally, I think it's on top because it melts on the burger, and it's where I just think that's where it should be.
Yeah, whereas on the bottom it might melt more into the bun.
Yeah.
Melting on the burger, that's my preference.
But it might save the bottom bun from getting soggy.
That is true.
So
that is true. You know, in Chicago, their deep dish pizza, the cheese is underneath the sauce for that very reason.
Well, and that brings up a whole nother.
Interesting.
That maybe we should save that for next week.
Yeah.
Where the cheese should go on a pizza below or above the sauce.
Yes.
Okay.
I think we need to get to the bottom of this because now the wheels are spinning here.
We're going to talk about that more.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you talk
investigate.
about it amongst yourselves, and we'll see you next week.